Good morning, brothers. Hebrews 10 verse 25 says, "Do not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing." Okay, so not forsaking our own assembly. So our own assembly, the importance of church, the importance of the structure of church. Acts 2 verse 42 speaks about they devoted themselves to the apostles' doctrine, to the breaking of bread, to prayer. They devoted themselves to them things. That's the reason the Lord has given us the system of church. Sunday morning, bread and wine. Tuesday, Bible studies. Friday, prayer meeting. Preaching of the gospel. Because it is essential for the Christian. It's essential. Very, very important. It's their lifeline. It wasn't just something that they did, the early church. It was their lifeline. You know, through the ages and through the years, when churches weren't allowed in different countries, they would go underground. People would be killed for meeting together, for reading the scriptures, for reading the Bible, because it was their lifeline. It wasn't just something they did. It wasn't just something that they put on the list. Oh, well, Wednesday I'm going to Selfridges, Thursday I'm going to do a job, and Friday a prayer meeting. No, everything was structured around their devotion to the things of God. Do not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing. When missing church becomes a habit, I'm not saying that we can't miss a meeting because of illness. I'm not saying we can't miss a meeting because something's come up. God understands that. One off. It's the habit. It's the habitual things that's the problem. It's when everything else is happening, but church is suffering. That's the concern. And this is just a message of encouragement for the year 2022 coming in. There's a lot of people that's been very faithful to their church, faithful to the Lord. You know, people say, oh yeah, we shouldn't be faithful to a church, you should be faithful to the Lord. If you're faithful to the Lord, you'll be faithful in church. You can't have one without the other. And so it's just a message of encouragement for everybody for all the people that says they can't come to church because of COVID. COVID's been here 2 years now, coming up to 2 years, and it's going to be a lot longer as well, different variants. And so what we're finding is that the government, Omicron virus have become our Bible, in the sense of it dictates what we do and where we go church-wise. And yet what astounds me is that all these people that's missing church because of the virus, they still go shopping. They still go and get the business every day. They're still up and down markets. They still go to holidays, some. And so it's really disappointing when you see that with people. They're frightened to death of the virus, but really they're not frightened of the virus. These particular people, they're not frightened of the virus, because if there was, they'd lock themselves in a room by themselves and they wouldn't go nowhere. And it's not me getting on the virus trail today, beating that down. More concerning is, and more important is, encouraging people to come back to the house of the Lord. What will the house of the Lord do to you? What will it do? By coming to your meetings on a weekly basis and serving and worshiping the Lord, what will it do to you? Well, like I said earlier, it's your lifeline. It's your spiritual food. It's where the Lord will fight your battles, speak to your mind, lead and guide you in your daily decisions. But not only that, as the head of your home, you bring your families there. It's essential to bring your families to the house of the Lord. It's so important, no matter how old they are, 6-month-old, 8-month-old. It's so important to bring your children and your wife and family to the house of the Lord, that they will get the nourishment that comes from the Word, that they will be with God's people, be strengthened with God's people. By hearing the Word, God speaks to us. By obeying the Word, we get close to Him. Our minds are purified, our hearts are cleansed. We're strong in our walk with God. We walk with God. This virus now has, to a lot, not to all, but to a lot of people, has become convenient, has become an excuse, okay, not to go to church. Oh, we've got symptoms, we shut down for 2 weeks, we don't go to meetings. Which if you have the virus, you should keep away. We understand that. You should do your time. That's fair enough. But not 6 months, 12 months, 15 months, up and down in restaurants, all over Facebook, yet don't go to church. So the word of encouragement today is not my words. Go and read the scriptures for yourself. Hebrews 10 verse 25, Acts 2 verse 42. Read the importance of church. Jesus went to the synagogue. Okay, so just a word of encouragement and a word of warning. Put the brakes on. Come back to the house of the Lord. Get a zeal and a hunger to be in the house of the Lord. Ask him to put it there for you. A hunger and a zeal. Maybe today you need saving. Maybe today you need God to save you, to be restored back to the faith, back so you got that joy again. That's what we need. We need the joy of the Lord. The Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength. Come to the house of the Lord. Come to the house of prayer. Come and seek the face of God. Good morning. God bless you, brothers.